Google Plus Hangout. Oh, shit. I just started a little bit early. Welcome, everybody, live to this Google Plus Hangout. Here with my boy, Antone Moore from the More to Life podcast. And here is an in-depth WWE Extreme Rules 2014 review almost. We're just going to break it down more in-depth than you would see in my review. So if you want a more in-depth look with a good, knowledgeable-minded wrestling, here is Antone for you. Antone, how's it going, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing well, man. Thank you for having me on, man. I just got done watching this pay-per-view. And watching this pay-per-view, man, and I can't wait to talk about it, man. It's so much to talk about, man. We got so much to go in depth on.
Oh,
my God. I hate to be – I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
I'm afraid I got some bad news, too. You know, I can understand where some people may have liked this show, but just know that every wrestling fan has a different opinion of what they thought was good and what some thought was bad. And just know, me and Antone, sometimes there might be days where we do these recaps where he thought something was good and I thought something was bad. And I'm not going to bash him for it. That's his opinion. But today, I think we have the same wavelength and opinion on Extreme Rules 2014. Both of us did not think this was a good show whatsoever.
Nope. Not at all, man. Man, let's start from the beginning, man, before we go in depth, man. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the pre-show and just work our way to the end and see what they can do. Let's do this, man. How about this for an idea? Let's talk about Extreme Rules from the start to the finish, and then let's see what we can do to make Payback better. How about that?
Yeah, let's see that. All right, the WLC match between Hornswoggle and El Torito, I was actually one of the few people like in the YWC that was actually saying, oh, I'm excited for this match. I can't wait for this match to happen. While everyone else, they were just kind of like, oh, this is stupid, bunch of midget wrestlers. Who the fuck needs to see these idiots? So I'm glad that they shut up a lot of people and they put on a good match that I felt a lot of people enjoyed. I enjoyed this match. I had fun watching it. I really liked some of the moves. The little table had me going. When I saw that little table, I was dying in laughter. When Hornswoggle was afraid to jump on El Torito. And the midget commentators, man, that was just genius. I thought the WWE did a great job with the little midgets here tonight.
Yes, man. I could honestly say a lot of people think this is hyperbole. This is just my opinion. I thought this was honestly my personal opinion, the second best match of the night. I loved it.
I agree.
I think this was the second best match of the night. It exceeded the expectations that I thought was going to happen. I thought it was going to be, once they brought out the miniature announcers and the miniature tables and the ladders, I got more into the match. I thought they were just going to go in there and do a little small stuff. I knew there's going to be smaller things in there. I didn't know what small stuff they're going to bring. I knew they was going to bring a small ladder. I figured that one. But going into the matchup, I was like, okay, all right. I was like, I was excited, and then I thought the best way this match came out exactly was the way I thought it was going to go, in a good way. It was entertaining. These two guys, you could tell they worked together previously before the match because they had good chemistry in the ring. And for two little small guys, man, they put in work, man. I was very entertained. I liked the spot when Jinder Mahal and Los Matadores went through the tables and the ladders together. That was amazing. The spot, the funny spot where Hornswoggle was on the ladder and he didn't want to jump, and El Torito was like, "Come on!" And then he jumps and he moves. Oh man, very very entertaining, man. I was very entertained by this matchup. This, I would have put this. I don't know where I would have put this on the card, but if I knew this matchup would have been the way that it was, I wouldn't have had this as the pre-show.
I would have had this as the opener. I felt this would be a perfect match though, for the show, in my opinion.
Understood.
I mean, why not just put Ryback versus the fucking Usos? I mean, no one really cares about those two tag teams anyways. It fits perfectly with the pre-show. To me, I don't know why this was on the pre-show. I felt this was, like you said, the second best match of the night. This was the second best match of the night. Based on the standards, I enjoyed myself watching this match. I think the crowd loved this match. I had fun watching it, and honestly, it made the show a lot better to me. But it was on the pre-show, so I can't really calculate it too much into the show's grade, in my personal opinion sometimes.
Right, man. I think, this matchup, man, it showed a lot of creativity on their part, with miniature announcers and the excuse me. And the way that they set this up, perfect. I couldn't ask for a better prelim match because it really set the match on the right tone. And going into the next matchup, I was very excited. I was in a good mood. So my mood after this matchup was a 10. My mood was a 10.
I think it did a job what a pre-show match is supposed to do for you, is to get you excited for the pay-per-view as a whole. I felt it did that job way too well, that the opening match, it had to follow that, and I just really felt the triple threat elimination match. Let me just say this about this triple threat elimination match. Anyone who was telling me, oh, Chase, don't think this match is to throw Jack Swagger underneath the bus. He might do something here. Ron, Jack Swagger didn't do shit. You knew Jack Swagger wasn't going to do anything.
Yeah.
You knew Jack Swagger wasn't going to do anything? No. So stop saying that. This was all about getting Rob Van Dam a paycheck. That's all this match was here for, was to get RVD his little paycheck. And I'll just say this, the match itself, the commentators confused the fuck out of me. Because half the time they didn't even know this was a triple elimination match. They were like, oh, well, what's going on here? Like Jerry Lawler, I swear, was lost during this whole match. I felt this match was okay. It wasn't like a great match. If it was on a Monday Night Raw, okay, this is a good match. But for pay-per-view, it was just okay, man. I mean, the trash can bits were good, but other than that, it was just like, what, no other weapons? Why all of a sudden we had to take to the end of the match to add weapons to it? I don't know.
Right.
Just to me, it's just like this match had a lot of missed opportunities, in my opinion. It was good for what it was, but it was just a standard match. It wasn't anything groundbreaking. But at least the right guy won here in Cesaro.
Yeah, man. I'm glad the right guy won to get the opportunity. There was no reason really for Rob Van Dam to win. There's really no reason for him to win much at this point anymore. But a few times to keep his character kind of strong. But this matchup was, I was like, I could have seen this on Raw. That's the way I felt. You know, I felt, and I was watching the matchup, and I was like, all right, let me see what they do. It was nothing really creative. It was very standard. A couple suplexes. It was like a regular matchup. It wasn't nothing extreme about it. It was nothing, this is a regular triple threat matchup. Cesaro picks up the win, and, I watched the match, and I was like, this is extremely forgettable. Nobody's really going to talk about this. And second of all, I have the feeling Paul Heyman is really outshining Cesaro at this point, which I don't think was their original plan, but that's just how strong Paul Heyman is with his mouthpiece, that you could take attention away from the person that he's with. Brock Lesnar is a physically imposing person, so Brock kind of stands on his own, kind of. But he's starting to take away from Cesaro a little bit as far as his character. Not in a bad way, but that's just who Paul is. But it's eventually going to get bad if Cesaro doesn't either, one, start speaking himself, or ends up doing something, because I'm telling you right now, man, this is my personal opinion, that theme music is horrible, bro.
Oh, it's terrible, man. Besides the siren in the beginning, the rest of it is just terrible. Like, I don't mind the siren, but it's just like, this is like some generic WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2010 music.
Ain't it, bro? Ain't it?
It's like a video game music, man. It ain't no real wrestling music. It's just so damn generic. Like, oh, God, like, I respect Jim Johnston, but this is one of his worst makes ever, man. Worst themes ever.
Easily one of the worst he's ever made. And I don't even think I can't, sitting back watching this, man, I'm going to have to take a swig for the working man, like Stone Cold Steve Austin says on this.
Yes, if you have drinks in your hand, you have to take a swig for the working man. For having anything for the working man. Do you need a chaser? The music is horrible. I think that the matchup overall, as I said, was very standard. I think it was very basic. I think more could have been done to let Cesaro shine a little bit. I think rather Jack Swagger goes lower than is actually what he is from the tag team with Antonio Cesaro. That's fine. Cesaro's the breakout star at the tag team, but you could have made this match more believable by one, having those two guys. Imagine how it would look to add more story to it, to make it seem like Cesaro and Swagger are on the same team beating up RVD for a minute. Yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying, even though they've already attacked each other, they have the same goal. And then RVD does something and eliminates Swagger. And you could have made so much, you could have done so much more in this matchup to make it more intriguing. And they came out there, Cesaro came out to a dead crowd in New Jersey. Everybody was there. RVD probably out of the three. RVD probably got the biggest chin out of the three, and which is not good as well. Yeah. And for Cesaro at least. And the match was just very blah, man. I give this if I could rank this from 1 to 10, I'll probably give this like an average 5, man. It wasn't great, it wasn't bad. Yeah, I just didn't feel like it was that great of a pay-per-view match. I mean, in all honesty, like you were saying with Swagger and Cesaro working together, hell, why not eliminate RVD first? That would have got me saying, whoa, okay, this is good. And hell, if you had Swagger eliminate RVD, I would say, okay, because to me personally, I'm not the biggest Jack Swagger fan, but Jack Swagger's a guy that you could use in your mid-card division, in my personal opinion, overall. So why he has talent. He has talent in the ring. There's no doubt about it. But why not just at least give him a good mid-card rub? I don't know. I just feel that this match, like we said, it's just standard. And, you know, for Cesaro's theme music, why didn't they just pull a TNA here and have it like with the beautiful people, have Cesaro and Swagger feud for the Real Americans theme music? I think that would help Cesaro out a lot because he needs new theme music, man.
That theme music was anonymous with Cesaro. People, when they heard that Real American theme music, they knew who. Why couldn't Jack Swagger change his music?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, why couldn't they have something different to where, you know, something is changed or something is switched in the theme music or something? I don't know, man. They could have done a better job, because the worst thing you want to do as a wrestler and have as a fan, and the WWE can do to the fans, is change the music that is synonymous with the person that really doesn't make an impact. Stone Cold changed his music a couple times to the Disturbed theme and the Alliance theme, but nothing is like that first glass break. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. He still had the glass break to make you say, okay, it's Stone Cold. Just like The Rock, every time he would change his theme, it would still have, if you smell. So you knew it was The Rock coming out. But, yeah, let's just move on from this match and move on to what was the next match on the card. What was the next match? See, this is how terrible this event was. I'm trying to remember some of the matches on this card.
I think the next one.
Oh yeah, Rusev.
Oh my god. All right, man. First of all, let me just say something. How you doing, Lana? I like you looking very nice tonight. Let me get this swig from the working man while I say this, Lana. That dress.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh Jesus! Yes. Oh, God, yes. I'm not that Daniel Bryan fanboy, but I will say yes to that, boy.
Yes.
Just walk a little slower next time. A little slower. Wow, this matchup here. Woo! Ric Flair style.
This match is garbage, man. I'm sorry.
Why? This should be our main event, bruh.
Yeah, this is like R-Truth. Who cares? Xavier Woods has consequences. Creed. Who cares? Who cares about these two? Like, see, this is the thing I like to say about them. Like, people are like, oh no, but this is all about Rusev. Yeah, but the people Rusev's beating up, I should care for. That's the whole purpose. I should care that R-Truth and all these other guys, they're getting beaten up by Rusev, because I feel bad for these guys. It's like, say, for example, if you're watching the show of Lost or Breaking Bad, I've used those two shows because their characters die on those shows like crazy. But back when those shows were on TV, did you care when random character died, or did you care when main characters that you watched throughout the whole season died? That's what I'm trying to say here. I mean, I don't care that he's beating up these two bums. I really don't. I really don't care that he's beating up R-Truth and Xavier Woods. I mean, R-Truth, his character is pretty much dead. We don't know what he is anymore. I mean, he used to be a really good character for WWE TV, now ruined. And Xavier Woods, all we know him as is pretty much the dude who comes out to Brodus Clay's theme music right now. That's it. We don't know anything about these two bums right now. And I don't even care. I mean, Rusev looks dominant, cool, but I don't care about him going forward that much, in my personal opinion.
I don't understand if he already individually beat R-Truth, which I believe he already did.
No, he won via DQ. R-Truth lost via DQ to him, not one-on-one straight up.
Okay. So then you have that, and then he whoops Xavier Woods' ass on NXT like twice in a row.
Yeah.
So, first of all, you have a guy who's a potential star in another company come out and looks like a bitch in Xavier Woods the whole time he fights this guy. Mm-hmm. And in the matchup, Xavier Woods gets suplexed, and then he acts like he can't even move. He sells it well. He looks like he's about to cry. He sells it very well. But it looks as horrible in the grand scheme of things. And then you have Rusev come out, and I don't know why this is on a pay-per-view when we all know probably at SummerSlam he's going to face John Cena, lose, and his character is going to be over. So that's just really where this is going. I think this is all building up so that he can face John Cena and then go down to Totem Pole and be with Santino by Survivor Series. Uh, I think this is where it's going. It's going to this point. It's going. I swear to God, I'm going right into the future. Let me get you into the Antoine crystal ball. Crystal ball. SummerSlam. John Cena, Lana's gonna come out, and John Cena's gonna do promos about how he's never faced somebody as strong, and and this has happened, and and I've overcome Bray Wyatt, and now I have to fight Rusev, and oh man, you guys, I need your support, blah 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 blah. And then he wins at SummerSlam with an attitude adjustment, which is the worst finishing move of all time. And then after he beats him, 1, 2, 3, clean in the ring. Lana's gonna leave him. Rusev is gonna be nowhere, and he's gonna be coming out with Santino like Kozlov did. It's gonna happen, bro.
I feel bad for Rusev if that's the case. And the sad thing is, I pictured that. I pictured Cena being in the middle of the ring like this. Oh, you know what, Lana? Let me make a crappy little kid's joke about you, and Rusev, let me make a kid's joke about you. You look like Akibono. I'll see you at SummerSlam. Like I saw that. I just pictured that in my head, which is sad as fuck.
I know, right? And then and then Rusev crush, and then John Cena is going to be the first one to ever break out of the camel clutch, and we know where this is going, bro. I see it. I see your review 5 months from now, bro. I already see your review, bro. I see it now. But we know where this is going. We know where this is going, bro.
We know what Schlag Daddy is going to be talking about. You know him with the John Cena machine right now. Shout out to Schlag Daddy.
Shout out to Schlag Daddy, man. I haven't talked to him in a week or two, but that's my brother, man.
Yes.
And look up, quick plug, look up the OTRS Central podcast on Blog Talk Radio.
Yes.
Have to give him a quick plug, man. That is my guy. Much respect to him, man. And I'm proud of you guys for being the voice of, the forget IWC, man. Being the voice of wrestling fans. Forget IWC, man. Just wrestling fans, bro.
There's a lot of us that put in the hard work. Like a lot of the wrestling fans that do the YouTube, I respect every single one of them because we put in a lot of work. Whether I agree with opinions or not, I think a lot of us put in a lot of hard work when it comes to these videos and comes to talking about this content, even if it's good or bad. And now let's just talk about the next match. Was it the IC title match that was up next, right? Bad News taking on Big E.
Yep. Let me. I'm looking at the lineup right now. We've already covered the first 2 matches, and yep, it is the Intercontinental title. Big E Langston. I need 5 plates against the man, Mr. Bad News.
Yeah, I actually like this match for me personally, but as a reviewer,
right,
it wasn't that good of a match. It was just standard. And I feel like some fans don't really understand when you come on here and you review stuff, you have to kind of be subjective to what you're reviewing. You can't really just say, oh, since I like this match, it was a great match. No, I personally like this match, but I didn't think it was that good overall on a pay-per-view. I mean, it goes back to what I said about the triple threat. If it was just like a one-on-one, if it was on a Monday Night Raw, it would be great. But I just felt that this match right here was just like, like it was okay. Like even though I liked a lot of the spots in this match, like I liked when Big E speared him through the ropes, and I felt Big E looked really good in this match. I always say Big E, he keeps on improving every single week. And I feel like every time I see this guy, he just keeps making little steps improving him as a wrestler, and that's what I like about Big E, man. I like that he keeps on improving, and I really hope this leads to something with Bad News Barrett, but knowing the WWE, it won't do shit because they don't know how to book that mid-card division. It's not because Bad News Barrett is a terrible wrestler whatsoever. It's because the WWE does not know what the fuck to do sometimes with these mid-card guys.
Yeah, man. Man, where can I start? Okay. First of all, I'm very happy with the decision that happened. I think Big E's gotten stale. WWE's fault. I think Big E's gotten kind of stale. Wade Barrett's mouthpiece is going to keep him in this company if they do it right for the next 15 years. They can push this guy if they want to. And please keep whoever you're pushing away from John Cena. Please keep him away from John Cena.
That's just the rule.
This guy has Wade Barrett has the potential to be a 10, 11-time multi-time champion if he wanted to. Not if he wanted to, of course he wants to. If they do it, I think he's got the potential, he's got the look, he's got the voice, the bad news gimmick. He's finally found his thing. He's finally found it. IWC, please don't turn on this guy. You guys have a habit of turning on people. As soon as they get to where you want them, you turn them, and then you go back to the underdog, the next guy that you want up there, and then you're going to leave him and then go to somebody else. It always happens that way. Stick with this guy. This matchup, I think, was just another standard matchup. It was pretty solid for what it was. But then again, I agree with you, man. I mean, we're both a hardcore wrestling fans, so we have a certain expectation, man. And I believe this matchup was very You know, the crowd was dead, extremely dead. Your Intercontinental Champion came out, and the crowd did not care at all.
Like, he came out. The fans were booing him too. They were booing him most of the time too.
Yeah, they were booing him. He came out, and they always make a habit to show the crowd at the beginning for like the fan favorites, and the crowd was just sitting there. They were like, whatever. And the matchup was pretty cool. I like the finisher, the elbow finisher. I like the way when they came off the ropes at each other and he hit him with the elbow finisher, beat him clean. I hope on God's green earth they do something with Big E and he loses the title, whether they turn him heel again or whatever. Well, nowadays in WWE, they don't have faces or heels, even though that's total BS. I think whatever they have to do for him, I hope they give Big E a shot to further his career, no matter what that's going to be. I don't know what they're going to do with him, but I hope he does something. And I hope they push Wade Barrett, man. But for all you fans out there, please, me, Chase, Schlag Daddy, all of us are saying this, Solid Monster, everybody's saying this. Do not think something magical is going to happen with this title now that Wade Barrett's won it.
Yeah.
Please, do not think something magical is going to happen. Nothing magical is going to happen. I'd be surprised if this guy is holding the belt for 4 or 5 months and he has his mouthpiece, but still nothing's being done with the title. No storylines behind it. And next thing you know, this guy just has the belt for 4 or 5 months and nothing's ever happened. Nobody cares. Yeah. So, totally. Which about 80% is going to happen. So, you fans enjoy it now. Love it. Learn to like it, like Ric Flair says. And understand what's going to happen at this point, because it could be nothing but down. I truly believe this is Wade Barrett's last shot for his character, for him himself. I truly believe that. And he's hot with the Nexus. He did like 4 or 5 gimmick changes that nobody cared about. Then he started doing this, and this is his last shot, man. So do it right, y'all.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. They better capitalize on this Wade Barrett character and not have him drop it to like Kofi Kingston when they get bored with him, man. That's for sure. They cannot drop it to Kofi Kingston when they get bored with him. All right, so Bad News Barrett wins the title. Let's move on forward to what should have been the main event of the evening.
Oh, God.
WWE messed up the match card here. This match stole the show. This match should have been... I remember, this was my reaction. When I saw Evolution versus The Shield promo, I was like, really? So they're going to main event with Cena versus Wyatt. Wow. Shit has not changed with this company. And then all of a sudden, after this match, when I saw the Cena and Wyatt promo, I said, wow, they're going to main event with Daniel Bryan Kane. And I'm sorry. Sometimes there's some matches that should main event over the WWE title, and this was one of them. Shield versus Evolution should have main event. This match was bonkers. It was fucking fun. I love this match. This match was awesome. It's not as good as the Wyatts versus the Shield in February, I would say, but this was a good match, a fun 6-man tag. You could get into it. I felt it was crazy good. The beginning was kind of slow, but it picked up near the end, which I liked. But my only gripe is the Shield won, mainly because I feel like the Shield is getting a little bit too powerful, and I felt maybe you could have used Evolution as that block. I don't know, maybe, Anton, you can tell me why you think it was good that the Shield won, besides that you won a bet against me. But other than that, I love this match. Rollins looked great in this match. I felt Triple H looked decent in this match. And could you believe it, Anton? Triple H losing 2 matches back-to-back on pay-per-view? What's going on?
Only have one thing to say right now. Roman Reigns' voice, bro. Listen, man. Here's the thing. I knew Batista was leaving after tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured he was going to take the L. Himself. That is and plus, going into this matchup, let me start from the beginning before I retort to what you said. Going into this matchup with the build-up, I was like, okay, this is going to probably be the match before the title match, or this is going to be after Cena and Wyatt. But this is cannot. First thing I said, this can't be before Cena and Wyatt, because the reaction that Cena and Wyatt is going to get is not going to be as pure as if you have these guys. This matchup, first of all, should have main evented the show.
Yes.
You always want to end the matchup. It's almost like making a sale in retail. Somebody asks you, what's for sale? You tell them, you give them straight to the price, they can buy it, leave them when they're happy. Leave the customer when they're happy, give them to the item, and leave. Do not sit there and talk to them, oh, we got this item, we got this item. No. Get them to the sale item that they want and dip. This is the way it should have been. Shield should have been in the main event. This matchup was very awesome. I love the build-up. Very few wrestlers matches, dog, I get that I feel I still get the excitement as a wrestling fan. I get few wrestling matches now where I'm just like, I feel like I'm 16 again watching Stone Cold versus The Rock. You know what I'm saying? I feel young. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm happy to be a wrestling fan. And when I debate wrestling with people that don't watch it, and when I talk to people, this is the kind of matchup I'm talking about. And shout out to Seth Rollins for that spot. Not when he jumped over, not when he jumped off the top of the thing. That was great. Because I knew something was coming like that. That was great. But that spot where Triple H moved and he damn near landed on his neck on that barricade, when he jumped over the ropes and then Triple H moved and he landed on his head, I was like, yo, this motherfucker need to chill. I was like, bro, you're going to hurt yourself, bro. And I'm watching the matchup, and something told me they're going to make the Shield as strong as they possibly can to further increase the breakup. The reaction my boy, my friend, my homie Roman Reigns got. Shout out to you, Roman. Good work tonight. Shout out to you, Seth. Shout out to you, Dean. Not just you, Roman. I'm not riding nobody's dick. But great reaction when Roman got in the ring, which is great that he got the hot tag. Because when he came in that ring and it was him beating up on the three guys, the crowd went nuts. They went crazy. They were behind the Shield 100% tonight. The crowd reaction was great. They were into it. Triple H did a great job. I have to give a shout out. Listen, this ain't even an hour Randy Orton tribute, man. And because we have this bet, and because I'm a man of my word, and even though I won the bet, next time on Mortal Life Radio when we do the show, I'm gonna still dedicate an hour. I'm still gonna dedicate an hour to Randy Orton.
Yes.
Just because he made me proud tonight. He made me proud. Randy Orton made me extremely proud.
Carried Evolution.
He did. He did.
It tonight. He did a great job. No,
yes,
but
and I'm still.
I like what you said there. I like what you said there because that kind of like maybe changes my perspective about the Shield winning there. That maybe this is to help the Shield elevate the breakup for like a SummerSlam triple threat. Or maybe a payback triple threat or whatever the fuck they're going to break up and do the triple threat. But yes, that does kind of elevate the perspective a little bit. Maybe why does Shield win here? Of course, Batista leaving, you would think the Evolution was going to lose anyways. I just felt that Evolution should have won just to like make the Shield into more likable baby faces and not keep them too dominant, in my personal opinion. But I can see what you're saying there with the Shield winning here. It makes them, maybe accelerate the breakup for the summertime or the fall time whenever they're going to break up. So I get what you're saying there a little bit. It puts a little bit more perspective why it's okay for the Shield to win here, even though I still think Evolution should have gone over at the end of the day.
Man, I think, they're going to build this to the point where when these guys break up, it's going to be epic. Mm-hmm. But let me give you the WWE, let me give you guys some advice. This is just me, my personal opinion. Please bring up some guys, make a team, make something that when these guys break up, you have something to replace it that is going to be as dominant as this.
What do you think about the Ascension from NXT? Do you think they have the ability to do that?
Do they have the talent and the ability? Yes. Do they have the overall character and the mind and the build to be able to do it yet? No, because they have to talk. They don't talk. Okay. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns isn't a big talker. He's starting to now, which he needs to do more often, in my opinion. But The Ascension, do they have the talent to be up there? The fans could get behind the Ascension. They couldn't in the main roster. I have no doubt the fans could get behind that because they are dominant. One, they have to build a feud for those guys so when they come up, that darky gimmick that they do now, it could get over with the fans because I'm telling you, that kind of gimmick you have to be very careful with, like the Undertaker, Kane, that kind of darky, weird kind of angle, a Raven kind of angle. You have to be very careful with that kind of gimmick. You can't just throw them out there. You kind of got to have a build and a slow kind of story behind who they are and why they do that little darkness crap. So it has to build up. I think the Ascension has something. I think they could possibly get some things going to where they can get some potential guys to come in. But this is such a strong tag team, triple threat tag team. This team is already down in the top 10 stable. WWE have easily. Arguably, by the time they break up, they might be top 5, depending on who you're talking about. As far as the actual stables, since Vince McMahon isn't the biggest on stables, they're moving up the ladder so fast. And depending on teams, hey, who knows where you're going to put them when they break up. But I think they have to be very careful here. Before I get to the matchup real quick, they have to be very careful when they break them up because you have to have something to replace it. You cannot have something to go and then these guys break up because really think about this. After they break up, who's left as far as the actual team that they have that you actually believe in? The Usos is the last team, and to be honest with you, they're getting stale. So you have to do something. You have the Cody Rhodes and Goldust eventually breaking up. The Shield eventually is going to break up. Jack Swagger and Cesaro already broke up, and you have no tag team already to replace Jack Swagger and Cesaro. There's no tag team that comes up in the ranks to take the spot. So it's bad, man. But this matchup, man, it was great. I loved how it was more of a brawling type matchup instead of actual those crazy wrestling moves. It was a brawl. Yeah. It was more of a fighting element. They went into the stands. They're fighting, and it was real good. It was really good, really into it. Dean Ambrose did the spot where he fell down the stairs. Did his best to protect himself, but did a good job. Triple H, Randy Orton, I'm very proud of them, too. I'm very, very proud. Listen, the Breakfast Club, listen, man, y'all can hate me, but the Breakfast Club gets a clap from me tonight. They get a clap from me. They did well. They put over the right guys. They didn't do it to anybody.
One Breakfast Club member does not deserve a clap named John Cena. He does not deserve a fucking clap here tonight. John Cena does not need a fucking clap after. No, okay. I'm not trying to be anyone who knows me. I'm not a big John Cena hater. I just hate sometimes stupid. I hate stupid booking in the WWE. This shit right here was stupid. Cena versus Bray Wyatt. I swear to God, I think this is like they text messaged TNA and asked them for a script for a steel cage match, and they got it. Holy fucking shit! This was the dumbest fucking shit I've seen in a long time. I don't want anyone who can physically defend Cena versus Wyatt. Go right ahead and try, because you're not going to convince me. You had John Cena have to lose to not only Bray Wyatt, but to Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and a kid singing, "He got the whole world in his hands." Like in a demonic-ass voice. Are you fucking kidding me? This is what it takes to beat this man? It takes all of fucking that just to beat John fucking Cena? So what, he can win next month at Payback? Nah, man, I'm sorry. This match was just fucking stupid. Everything about this match, like when Cena was climbing up the cage at one moment and Bray Wyatt was doing the tarantula walk outside the cage, how the fuck did John Cena know? Oh, I should jump off the fucking cage and go stop him. Like, just half of this fucking match was just poorly booked and poorly executed. I don't care what anyone says. This match was not good. It was terrible. Way too overbooked. And the ending was just stupid. I don't even think this helped Bray Wyatt whatsoever, in my personal opinion.
I think this is honestly one of Bray Wyatt's top 3 worst matches he's had since he's been in the ring. I think a lot of his dance partner had a lot to do with it. They was trying to add too much to the story when you kind of could have kept it simple. You damn near, you had all these kids come out. John Cena did not show a hint of regression that he did from WrestleMania to add to his character. He could have damn near went in there and damn near turned heel, even if he's not, even though we all know he isn't. But he could have damn near did a lot of heel tactics. There could have been so much more done to this matchup simply than to have all this stuff happen. I'm not going to lie, bro. When that match came on, This goes to show you why you do not bring the best matchup on the card that you know that's going to be the show stealer,
Mm-hmm.
and you put it in the middle of the show because the match after always takes an effect to it. It always does. It's just human nature
Yes.
that your emotions is always. It's just human nature that we do this. The match after you're kind of burned out because after the Shield matchup, I jumped around. I was so happy. I was like, yes, yes, and then I sat down, and then this came on, and I was watching. I was like, okay, this is gonna get me hyped too, and it didn't.
Yeah.
I'm watching this matchup and I'm like, well, goddamn. I'm sitting there, I'm watching with my friends Brandon and his two friends, his uncle and his friend, and I'm sitting here watching this matchup. I said, goddamn, how much do you have to do to beat this dude? How much do you have to do? I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, damn, he's in the cage. You got two guys out protecting him, making sure he doesn't get out. He's still getting through the damn thing. And he's still whooping their ass out the cage. These two guys are in the ring. Then he gets a STFU. He once again he gets out the damn Sister Abigail. You take a damn Mack truck. I'm pretty sure if Daniel Bryan would have ran him over with the damn forklift, he would have survived that. Bro, it's crazy, dude. I'm sitting there watching this matchup. I'm like, bro, this matchup was so unnecessary at this point. It would have meant so much more if Bray Wyatt would have won at WrestleMania. Then this would have happened at Extreme Rules. Cena could have done all the obstacle shit he always does, and he could have won. But no, you have this little kid, which I swear to God, I saw a picture. I think that's Bray Wyatt's real son. I swear it is. And from a picture that I saw. And you have this kid come out there with the whole, like, come on. Come on.
Yeah. No, and
come on, bro.
And the thing about it is, it's like we had 100 of these fucking little kids surrounding the ring on Monday Night Raw. Cena was just okay about that. He was like, oh no, I'm gonna cry. And then he comes out and talks about kicking Bray Wyatt's donkey all over the fucking pay-per-view event, later in the show. Why is he scared of this one little fucker? Why? Why should John Cena be scared of this one little kid? I mean, in all honesty here, this is just like one of my YouTuber comments said it best in my actual Extreme Rules review. He said, I feel like I'm watching a cheap classic horror movie with the Cena Wyatt feud, because that's all it is. It's like,
yeah, bro.
You're trying to make, like you said, if Bray Wyatt would have won at WrestleMania, this match I think would have actually been a lot better. I think the story would have been a lot better in this match, trying to see Cena try to overcome all this, and to see him lose again, that would have actually helped a lot more if Cena did lose. But this match was not extreme. This match had stupid logic. This match was just another John Cena glory fest to me, and it was dumb. I'm sorry.
Chase, I really want to talk about something which I'm gonna talk about on More to Life Radio soon when I'm gonna have you on, because I'm not gonna go too much into it because I want to save it for the radio. But I will say this: I will give you guys this, and I'm gonna give you guys this gem. Everybody in the WWE history who's ever been a champion had one person they either could not beat or had trouble beating or getting by at all times. Start from the beginning. Ric Flair had Dusty Rhodes and Ricky Steamboat. Those guys whooped his ass all the fucking time. He got over everybody else somehow, but those two guys he always had trouble with. Vice versa. With Ricky Steamboat, his main adversary was Ric Flair. Dusty Rhodes' main adversary was Ric Flair. Tandem, bring that back together. Hulk Hogan's main adversary was Macho Man Randy Savage. That was the main guy. That was the main guy that gave him a lot of trouble personally because it was a personal issue. And the other guy was Andre the Giant. Did he overcome them? Yes. But remember, a year after WrestleMania 3, Hogan ends up losing the belt to Andre, and that's when the whole Ted DiBiase thing happened. There's always a villain. There's always somebody that they either can't get over or is extremely difficult for them to. Triple H's main adversary, Triple H, was the Rock. But remember, Triple H never got over Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was so hard for him to get by Stone Cold Steve Austin. There's always somebody that got you in something. It's a part of the human character. It's part of believability. It's part of people actually believing it. The Rock's main adversary, Triple H at a time. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin is 2-1 against The Rock at WrestleMania. Look at let's start even from the future. Triple H's main guy is Batista. I don't think Triple H ever beat Batista. I don't think he ever did later in his career. Shawn Michaels' biggest adversary, you could say, is Bret Hart and The Undertaker. You could put some few people in there, but those are guys that you just couldn't. Shawn Michaels always had trouble with. No matter how many times they fought, they couldn't get over it. John Cena has never had that. That's my point. He's never had that. He gets over everything. You can't name one adversary John Cena had where it's like he's never gotten over it or has almost got to the point where he's always got a rival for the rest of his life. You could say Randy Orton. You could say that. Maybe that's his guy. But look how many times he got over Randy Orton. How many times he beat him?
And also, a lot of people might say, well, what about Batista? Well, Batista only beat him once in a one-on-one match, and then afterwards, Batista just got his ass kicked for the rest of the matches that they had.
Yep. See? That's why it's not believable. That's why every even Superman's got kryptonite, bro. Even Batman is human. Yeah. People have to add believability to this, and that's the problem with this. Now people say, oh, it might be Bray Wyatt. It might be Bray Wyatt. No, dude. He's beating him at Payback. We know this is coming.
Yeah,
we know this is coming.
It's like what the Schleg Daddy says all the time, where he references The Dark Knight Rises. It's like, you don't want to see a movie where Batman's no-selling Bane's fucking breaking his back. You like the fact that Batman comes up from the shadows and he's able to defeat Bane at the end because he had to go through so damn much. It's like any Spider-Man movie, you know, whether it's the Amazing series or the regular Spider-Man movies, you know, Peter Parker always has some types of troubles that he has to overcome at the end of the day to defeat the villain. So, in all honesty, to me personally, Cena, he never has troubles. It just feels like this guy's a robot. And I can't relate to this guy. I always say this. The only thing I can relate to this guy is that I want to fuck his girlfriend. That's the only thing I can relate to, that I want to fuck his girlfriend. That's the only wavelength to me and Cena have that's common. But other than that, I can't relate to this guy. And also the guy who left a comment about the Cheap Horse movie, it was Ryan Scaletta. He left an awesome comment that I was reading about it, about my review. And he also gave me a little bit more enlightenment of why the Shield winning was a good thing. So, see, I like being proven wrong by my fans sometimes and people. I want to always know, like, if I'm right or wrong about certain situations. But this match right here, it was just terrible. I'm sorry, Cena and Wyatt feud had so much potential, but they just ruined it. They just ruined his potential.
Man. They ruined it, man. The kid coming out, man, and you know, WWE, you know, one thing I don't like about this pay-per-view as well, sometimes it's good to add one or two segments in between pay-per-views to add more to the story. They kind of did it with Daniel Bryan at the beginning with Stephanie McMahon, and they kind of did it. They did it with Bray Wyatt with his, I think his son, might not be, but that's what it looked like to me. And, you know, you can add more to the story. They need, not saying you have to cut off at every segment, but match after match after match after match. And, you know, not saying you need to have a video, a backstage thing and make it all TNA looking, but still, I mean, I'm sitting there watching this and I'm like, yo, come on, bro. Everybody remembers something. Let me tell you guys something right now. So let me reference something from The Dark Knight.
Which one?
Batman overcame the Joker in The Dark Knight. But remember, Batman loved the woman he lost the most. He lost that. He lost the woman he loved the most. So always remember, you can overcome adversity, but you have to lose something with that. Mm-hmm. John Cena has never lost something. Why can't his girlfriend be involved in the storyline? Why can't Nikki Bella? Well, I mean, she can come to my storyline, but that's another story. But why can't he lose something in order to try to gain something? You have to lose something in anything to gain something. You have to take something, and he never has that. He never has that, bro, and it's so unbelievable. And the bad thing about this is, and this is not turning into a Cena rant because we have so much to talk about, but this is just getting this off my chest. And I know you as a wrestling fan, we're about the same age. We know where this is coming from.
Exactly.
You're insulting grown man's intelligence. That's where this is coming. This is coming to the root of the problem. We can talk about the trees. Let's talk about the seed of it. You're insulting grown man's intelligence. In 2014, we're seeing Stone Cold Steve Austin. We're seeing The Rock. We're seeing guys who were tweeners. Seeing guys who were bad, cool guys. Razor Ramon, CM Punk, guys who were the bad guys but were cool. And then you totally reverse it and give us John Cena after spoiling us with these great characters. You give us John Cena, and you expect us to believe that. So essentially, you go from Stone Cold Steve Austin to The Rock to John Cena. That's parallel right to me. Makes no sense because you left the Hogan era. You gave us Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. We was like, about that. I'm the hugest Bret Hart mark, but I'll admit that was kind of And then you go to Stone Cold Steve Austin. People go crazy. Go to The Rock, people go crazy. The next guy is Cena. and he's total opposite of these guys.
Mm-hmm. He's not.
And
He's
he
not.
never has a weakness. He has no weakness. And the guy can't do an FTF to save his life. He can't do an STS to save his life. His attitude adjustment. And please, on God Green Earth, stop doing that famous off the top rope. Stop doing it. Stop. It looks horrible. It looks bad. You look horrible doing it. It looks rigid when he does it. I don't know why he does it. And shout out one move I like though. Before we move on, I'll let you respond. Shout out to that move Bray Wyatt does where he does the vertical suplex and he just throws the dude. That looks raw.
Yes.
That looks raw. I like that move. I like that
Yeah.
move. That's very unique.
No, it's like what you said. Like Cena doesn't lose anything in return. It's like, for example, just to get people excited for X-Men Days of Future Past, and since WWE's promoting it, I should promote it too. For example, like in X-Men, you know, Scott Summers, Cyclops, for anyone who's not nerds, he lost Jean Grey because of the Phoenix, and that's what made him into the leader he became in the X-Men in the 1990s. Nowadays, Cyclops is just a jerk, and he's just a fucking idiot most of the time, but comic books is another subject for another time. But, you know, Cyclops, he pretty much had to lose everything to learn himself to become a great leader for the X-Men. He had to lose the love of his life in Jean Grey and from the Phoenix just to become the man he was at that time. So that's what we're saying about Cena, man. Like, this guy can't lose anything. It's just like, it's just impossible, and it's just annoying. So let's just move on forward to Paige, who is my new favorite woman of all time. I don't know what it is, Antoine. I'm just crushing on her. I'm just crushing on the Paige right now. I think it's her theme song because I listen to it a lot because I actually like the theme song. But something about this girl, man, I'm just crushing on her. She does not surpass Nikki Bella, by the way. Nikki Bella still has my boner all the time. But I don't know. I'm crushing on the Paige. But her and Tamina Snuka, I have people defending this shit. Everyone's like, oh, it was a good match. I don't give a shit if it's a good match. I don't care about these two characters. I go back to the reference where I said, do you care about a scene in Lost or Breaking Bad between two no-name characters? No, you don't. You care about what Jack and Caitlyn are talking about in those scenarios. You don't give a shit what the fuck these side characters are talking about. And the thing about Paige and Tamina, besides Paige's only gimmick on TV is she screams. That's it. I don't know what else she does. And then fucking Tamina, all we have to relate to her is that she was AJ Lee's bodyguard and that she's related to James Superfly Snuka. Like, what the fuck? Why should I even care?
Wow. Well, when I start here, first of all, I want to say, Paige, you know, I like your match. You know, he was looking very nice, and you know, I like your little outfit there too. And
hey, she's the same age as me. She's the same age as me. So back off. You back off. We both 21. So.
Okay, man. I'm sorry. I'm 25. I'm a little older, but you know, I know she's down with the Browns, but I know she's down with the Brown guys. But you know, we can make that happen.
When SummerSlam comes to LA, her birthday is near that weekend. So I'm gonna say happy birthday to her and ask her out on a date. And hopefully she thinks I'm Randy Orton, and we go on a date, and she thinks I'm like a smaller Randy Orton.
You know what? You kind of favor dude. You kind of favor dude, yo. You favor Randy Orton.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. Now I see it. I'm talking to Randy Orton, bro.
Why do you think the Schleg Daddy gave me the name Asian Randy Orton? Because I'm Indonesian, and so I have Asian eyes, and so I squint, and so I'm the Asian Randy Orton.
Bro, you favor Randy Orton, bro. Yeah. Yo, this is crazy. No, I didn't see it. And all of a sudden, I see it now, bro. She'll fall for it, bro. She got you, bro.
Don't you see the construction worker beard, my hair, and everything? Like, I'm like a chubbier Randy Orton right now.
Hey, you can pass for his little brother, bro.
Exactly.
You know, man, speaking of this matchup, though, man, I think the crowd was dead, obviously, from after the Shield match. They were dead, and they were confused from the Cena Wyatt match. You know, they saw a little kid out there talking in a monotone voice. They didn't understand where that was going. So I think this matchup was just kind of on the card, waiting for the main event. Paige was looking nice. Tamina's cool. I think Tamina they could put some stuff behind Tamina if they really wanted to. They choose not to. I think Tamina needs to stop wearing the biker gear and wear something else because she looks like really. I don't know. I don't like the gear she wears. It looks weird. And I know she's hot as hell in that black. She's sweating all the time. That shit just looks weird.
Mm-hmm.
The match was cool. Paige's submission is the best thing in wrestling right now to me. And I love the submission. And if she does that to Mark Henry, I swear to God, I'll buy her a ring, boy. If she can lift Mark Henry up like that, yeah, I'll buy you a ring. I really believe this matchup was kind of The crowd was kind of Nobody knows what the screaming means. Tamina has no personality, really. So this matchup was just kind of there, bro. That's really all I could say. And after this point, it was after the Big E Wade Barrett matchup where my grade of this card of this show went from like a 8 to about a 6. They got like to like a 6 real quick after like these, because the Shield matchup and El Torito and Hornswoggle was the only thing that saved this from being under a 5 to me. This review. And I'm not saying, and I'm the most optimistic guy. But after that Paige and Tamina matchup, I was like, Daniel Bryan and Kane better save this. Because if they don't, I'm done, bro. I mean, I'm done with this pay-per-view because I'm like, yo, come on. Like, this is crazy. This match, it got weaker. The card got weaker.
It's just poor.
The matchup had no purpose.
Just poor card structure by the WWE here, man, because Shield and Evolution should have made a Bennett, and it stole the show. At the end of the day, Triple H won, so that's all that matters to me, because Triple H is like probably like, oh, we stole the show, and he's all happy and stuff inside. But yeah, I know.
Hell yeah.
I just felt this match was kind of weak in my personal opinion when it came down to it. I mean, it was a good in-ring action, but let's get to the main event with Daniel Bryan versus Kane.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, bro!
Okay, let me just say this. It started off good, but it just got so slow, and it just got so dumb. And I just think that it was just like during the whole forklift crap. That's when
that's what I was like. Yo, I'm done. I saw the forklift. I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
It was just, I just tuned out after that. I was just like,
me too.
I was just during that forklift part, I was just like, this is taking too long for me to keep invested in it. I mean, if you liked the match, cool for you. I just didn't like it. Antone didn't like it. It just was dumb to me, and it was just like,
it was stupid.
This match went way too long. I mean, I feel bad for Kane because when Kane did this, when Kane was laying down like he normally does like this, and he rised up, no one gave a damn. Everyone was just like, oh, he rose up. And then he hit the choke slam from hell. No one gave a damn. And I was like, what? This is Kane. No one gave it. I felt bad, man. I felt bad as hell.
I'm watching Kane. I'm watching this matchup, and I'm like, all right, man. Kane, show me something. Daniel, show me something. You guys got the last matchup. I'm already mad that the Shield and Evolution match already happened. You guys got to show me something now. Matchup started strong, and then it just got ridiculous. It got more ridiculous. They're heading to the back, and Kane's throwing TVs in the water, and he threw the guy on the car and threw the extinguisher or something, I believe, through the car window and he punches through the window, and I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? Come on. And then Daniel Bryan gets the damn forklift, and I'm like, is he gonna do the Mick Foley and Terry Funk thing and smush him over and cover him? Like, is he gonna do something crazy? No. He picks the big 7-foot ass bastard, puts him on the damn forklift, drive into the arena, and then dump Kane when Kane had to roll himself off the damn forklift.
Mm-hmm.
Kane rolled himself. Daniel Bryan, dumbass, is like, and the thing is tipping, and then it stops, and Kane is like still there, and then Kane just turns around like, fuck it, and just rolls off. I'm like, come on, yo. Then you get the headbutt, and I'm like, listen, man, I'm a Daniel Bryan fan, but this is sad, man. If this is what his title run's gonna be, bro, I'm getting annoyed already. And I'm not even.
And,
I have nothing against Daniel Bryan. It's just it's starting. I don't want the yes movement to get annoying to me. And I'm not turning my
yeah,
back on Daniel. I'm not being the IWC that's turning my back on him. But I'm saying you have to protect him because this guy, if you do this guy wrong, he's gonna be the next Cena. He's gonna be the next person. Nah, I remember hearing 10 years ago, oh, we're not gonna turn our backs on Cena. Yes, you did because you're gonna get the same thing. Do it right.
exactly.
And then, bro, one quick thing.
Hmm.
Then that damn last part.
Oh, dope.
Go ahead. You go ahead. Yeah, take a swing for the working man. Go
I took
ahead.
a chunk for the fucking working man there.
Take over, bro. Go ahead, man.
That last part.
I know where you're going.
That last part was stupid as fuck, man. Okay, you have Kane pull out the fire, and we haven't seen a fire spot in what, since like 2006 in the WWE. This is going to be fucking awesome, and you should have it where Daniel Bryan, you either have Kane throw Daniel Bryan to the flaming table, and and then Kane just leaves, and you have it where like, wow, Kane doesn't care about the title, he just wants to destroy Daniel Bryan, and he did just that right there. Or you have it where Daniel Bryan does a running knee through the flaming table and he has a John Cena-like win. But no, instead you have Daniel Bryan, let me just push you. You fell into the fire. Oh, no, you didn't. You fell into the middle of the fucking table where there was no fucking flames whatsoever.
Thank you!
Oh, my God. It wasn't on fire at all. The table was still lit. It was the lamest. Oh.
Bruh, I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, so first, let me tell you the story, bro. Let me tell you the quick story. Let me take a swig for the working man. Let me take a chug for the working man, actually, because I got to tell you this quick story. Okay. Me and my boys are sitting there crapping on the match the whole time. We're crapping on the match. Oh, this sucks. Oh, he got a damn forklift. Oh, this is stupid. I kept saying, I want to see. I swear on my son's life, I kept saying this, man. I want to see thumbtacks. I want to see fire. I want to see something. Then Kane brings out the flames, and I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I've been wanting. And then I'm like, why is Kane only putting lighter fluid on both sides of the table? And I've noticed the small stuff. I have little intricacies on small stuff that I notice. I'm like, okay, he just chokeslammed Kane. He just chokeslammed Daniel Bryan to hell on that goddamn table. So I'm like, damn, he chokeslammed him pretty hard. Then he lights the fire on one side. I'm like, oh shit, he's trying to burn the shit out of Daniel Bryan. He burns the other side. And I'm like, okay, well he totally missed one spot. So then he gets up. And I'm like, okay, is he going to do a knee? Is anybody going to do something? No. He punches him a couple times, and then he pushes him off. And then Kane only puts his hips and under past the damn table. He literally leaped almost off the table to where his hips and his legs touched the middle, and as soon as his butt hit the ground, his fire extinguishers. I'm like, you know what? It might have been better if you just would have left that out the damn match.
Yes.
It might have been better. Because I'm watching that and I'm like, listen, y'all. That's your definition of extreme? To not even touch the fire? Dude didn't even touch the fire. Dude hit the middle of the wood, laid there, got hit immediately. Immediately with the damn fire extinguisher. And I'm sitting there like, the crowd had no reaction to it. The crowd didn't care. They didn't care. And I'm like, see, y'all messed up right there. This is what happens when you try to overbook something. The last two matches on this card was extremely overbooked. This is the part where over storytelling becomes a problem. You need to have a balance. You need to keep it basic, and you need to tell a story. And you can add little intricacies inside the matchup to make it interesting. You don't have to go overbook everything. You can keep it simple, and you can tell a good story. That's all wrestling fans want.
Exactly.
Everything that you had in this matchup at first was cool. You know, the kendo stick in the chairs. I'm like, all right, bro. Everything's heating up to the end. Everything's heating up. I like this. You had the crossface with the kendo stick. I liked it. But goddamn it, when they went to the back, it just got bad. It got bad. Once they went to the back, it got ridiculous.
Yeah,
I agree. What in the hell is taking a forklift to the ring to dump Kane over gonna do? What point did that have?
I don't think it had any point. And another thing also about this is that we saw not Biggie Langston, Ezekiel Jackson apparently, and a lot of people were tweeting about Ezekiel Jackson being shown instead of freaking the match itself, which is a bad thing. I understand people like this match. If you like this match, don't take our two opinions and think we're trying to bash this match and tell you not to like it. You can like this match. Just understand it's our opinions. If you have a different opinion, give it to me. Tell me why this match was good. Tell me why I should have liked this match. Because I said this was a good match at the beginning up until you get to that forklift shit, and then it just goes downhill from there. That's when this match goes downhill from there. Because I liked the brawl between Daniel Bryan and Kane. I thought it was a really good brawl between these guys. But near the end of it all, it just was a dumb match at the end of it all. And this is the tipping on the iceberg. You have Daniel Bryan win just for Kane to get up like nothing fucking happened. Holy fucking shit! If Kane could get up like nothing happened, why didn't he break out of the stupid pinfall? Why? Why didn't he break out of the stupid pinfall? Why? He got up like nothing happened. Why continue this fucking feud? Why? I don't think there's any way you can continue this fucking feud. And honestly, like we said, Extreme Rules, I think it's more of the fact that Evolution did not main event with the Shield is the reason why this show's bad, because the card structure was terrible from start to bottom. And I want to bring up the point you were talking about with Daniel Bryan and his title reign. You know, I'm a CM Punk fan. I know a lot of people don't get that from me, but I am a CM Punk fan. If you look at my channel banner, I have CM Punk on my channel banner. I hate that the guy left the company. That's why I'm pissed off so much about it, because I'm a huge CM Punk fan. And, you know, I was the same during CM Punk's title reign. I fucking hated that title reign because it made Punk look like a fucking joke. I didn't give a shit how long he held it for because I felt bad for the dude that was treated like a joke. And sometimes I do agree with CM Punk that maybe he should have been the main event of this year's WrestleMania in some degree. But the thing is, if Daniel Bryan's just going to become like the next John Cena, man, I'm sorry. I can't buy into it. I'm not the biggest Daniel Bryan fan there is. I think he's one of the best pure wrestlers I've ever seen. But I'm sorry, man. I can't get into this title reign if he's going to be booked as a smaller version of John Cena. Just because he's fucking one of the Bellas, I don't give a fuck that he does not deserve this type of booking. He should be an underdog here. I just don't feel anything with Daniel Bryan at this point. And that's just me personally. I just can't get into his character. Maybe it's because he's been feuding with one of my favorites in Randy Orton that I can't get into him, but I just can't.
Bro. Oh, shout out to my boy Will, because my boy Will said he saw homie with the fire extinguisher before Kane even set the table. That is a good point. Shout out to you, Will. Shout out to you, bro. Will Wear Radio on the Will and Tony Show on Blog Talk Radio. Check it out for more to life entertainment. You know, man, I want to tell you something, man. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you fans get what you want. This is what happens. WrestleMania, the chapter closed, and anything that Daniel Bryan had to do being an underdog forever. You guys might disagree with me. Comment on the comment section below after you watch this video if you disagree with me on this. But you know what? That's fine. I'm not taking this personal if you disagree.
Yeah, I don't take anything personally what everyone says. If you want to debate with me, I like debating, man.
The chase is always better than the reward. Successful people always tell you, listen, man, once I got to my goals, I remember the journey, because that's really where I learned the most. Same thing with Daniel Bryan. You have to realize that the chase is always going to mean more. I'm telling you right now, you're going to remember the chase of him going for that title for a year more than you're going to remember this title run. I'm telling you that right now, because they won. Batista's leaving, so that's one valuable opponent that he's not going to have. He's going to fight Randy Orton again, which is going to make anybody who's not a Randy Orton fan go crazy, because he fought the guy 5 pay-per-views in a row.
Let me just say, for all Randy Orton fans, I love me some Randy Orton, but I'm sick of Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan. I'm sorry.
He hasn't had that squad, so you know he's going to get that rematch. Bray Wyatt is the only thing, and John Cena, honestly, is the only two intriguing things, because you know that they have two super guys in Cena and Bryan, and somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. Unfortunately, with them, they're going to find a way to make it a DQ or something like that.
I think if Cena faced Daniel Bryan, Cena would win.
Probably. I'm telling you, Cena's probably going to break that 16-time World Championship record, bro. It's coming. It's coming.
I think he will too. I think he will too. And it will be a sad day in wrestling when he has 16 world titles.
Of course, man. And you know what? I'm looking at this and I'm like, fans, realize that the journey of Daniel Bryan getting to where he has to go is going to mean more than him actually winning the title. Because now that he has it, what is next for him? He's going to have fans, oh, we want a long title reign. We want a long title reign for him. Okay, but guess what? Everybody's shitting on the match he had with Kane because, one, we know Kane is already washed up for the most part. And two, nobody really cares. There's not many villains that the guy can fight at this point. Who is an actual villain that the guy has? I'm telling you guys, that is a problem that's going to come with this. You can disagree with me, but name me 5 villains right now from now until WrestleMania that he can have viable matches with, and you can say it's going to be great. Name me 5.
And if you name those 5 villains, don't put Cena, because Cena in the WWE's eyes is a good guy. So don't put John Cena in those 5 villains, because in the WWE's eyes, he's a good guy. He may be a villain to us, but all around the WWE propaganda, he's a good guy. John Cena is the greatest scene ever. You cannot deny it in the WWE's eyes. That's how they view this guy named John Cena.
Okay, I'll give you Bray Wyatt. I'll give you Bray Wyatt. I'll give you Randy Orton because he deserves his rematch. I'll give you 2 people.
Triple H?
Right. Wait, Triple H, if he puts himself in there, that's 3. Wade Barrett's not a bad guy anymore. I don't care what nobody say. People love Wade Barrett now. Bray Wyatt. You got Bray Wyatt, Triple H, Randy Orton.
There's only 3. That's it.
I mean, and that's gonna last till SummerSlam, WrestleMania. That's gonna last between that time. You have to have somebody else ready. That's why I said the chase is.
What about Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar is 1. Brock Lesnar 4.
Yeah, what about Brock Lesnar? Does he count? I mean, he's a part-timer, but does he count?
You can put him in there. You can put him in there because that's a match that hasn't happened. So you can put that in there. Triple H is Triple H.
At this point, is CM Punk a villain if he ever comes back?
The crowd's gonna go. No, the crowd's gonna go nuts. He comes back, bro.
Okay. How much do you think CM Punk is gonna come back at Payback? Do you think there's any way he comes back at Payback or no?
I think Cena needs to get AJ Lee pregnant and leave his life. I think CM Punk needs to do that. I think CM. Would I love to see CM Punk back? Yes, because I honestly miss him now. I miss him. I miss his work now more than ever. And it didn't really affect me at first until I actually saw like cards like this in WrestleMania and realized how much we need CM Punk, even though he did what his own personal decision was. And he looks kind of happy outside of wrestling, so I'm not even going to force him to come back and get miserable again.
Yeah, no, same here.
But I will say this: I think he's going to wait for. If he does, he's going to wait for a bigger platform.
Okay. I can see that from Punk.
I see Punk. Punk is that guy where he's just not going to come back anywhere. Punk is going to have creative control in everything that he. Punk going to have creative control in his walk to the ring, bro. That's what he. Punk gonna have creative control in that walk to the ring, bro. That's the way Punk is, bro. Punk, I doubt he's gonna come back at Payback, bro.
What do you think we're gonna see at Payback, anyways? Like Cena Wyatt in an I Quit match. Is that one match we can already mark down for Payback that we're gonna see?
You can mark that down. You can write that down.
Write that down. Daniel Bryan versus Kane.
Part 2, yeah, because it looks like the feud isn't over.
What is Triple H and Randy Orton gonna do on this show?
Wow, that's an intriguing question.
Yeah,
I think one or two things is gonna happen. Wow, damn, maybe I don't, because then the rematch clause doesn't come into play because Daniel Bryan might get Kane again. It doesn't look like it's over. So even though Daniel Bryan beat the guy by going through a wooden table without any fire on it, in my opinion, and beat him clean pretty much in the middle of the ring. So what's the point of having him fight again? But then again, hey, that's a WWE logic for you. He's a demon. Triple H and Randy Orton, I see, wow, something's going to intertwine with them too. I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen. I think maybe something might happen to where they'll get a third guy and maybe they'll do it. Maybe we'll see pretty much maybe some of the same card out. I doubt that this matchup is with the Shield is just going to be over for that. I think there's going to be something else. It might end up being a one-on-one match, or maybe it might end up being a tag team. I don't think Triple H might not fight at Payback because I don't think he's trying to put himself too involved. Even though I know the Breakfast Club always does what they want to do, but I think Triple H is
I think they might do Orton versus Ambrose for the U.S. title at Payback. I think that might be their safety valve option here.
Yeah, you got to find a way to keep this going. You got to find a way to keep this going, and you also find a way to build it up to end up having Triple H and Randy and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. So
which I will be there live. I'll be at SummerSlam live this year. So.
Oh man, I wish I could make it, man. I wish I could have made it to that, man. I am going to be watching. I'm going to be rooting for you, bro. Send me many pictures, bro.
I'll take pictures every minute. I'll take pictures every minute, and then anytime Roman Reigns is in the ring, I'll just take a picture for you.
Thank you, dog. Like I say, man, what's your infatuation with Roman Reigns, man? That's my boy, man. Him and Bray Wyatt are to me right now. Wait a minute. Pause that. Pause. I need 5. The press conference is so stupid after this. Oh my God! Listen to me. WWE, you're not the NBA, man. You're not Greg Popovich. You're not Derrick Rose. You're not Carmelo Anthony.
You're not the UFC, man.
UFC. You're not John Bones Jones. You're not you're not Chael Sonnen. You're not. No. I'm afraid I got some bad news. How does the guy who got tombstone 3 times on his head, chokeslammed through a table, got through a war, an emotional war with Kane, 5 minutes after the match is sitting at a podium and shows no sign of hurt? This is why people hate our wrestling and say wrestling's fake. This is the reason why when people go into that wrestling's fake stuff, I don't get mad at them. How does a guy that just went through an emotional war, I understand you're elated after winning a battle. I get that. But how do you sit in there and just be like, Daniel Bryan's at the podium like, yeah, it was a real tough matchup, and he's all fine. Just last week he had a brace around his neck. Now he's like, I beat Kane, and I know, I that's come on, this is not realistic. Show some wear and tear. And why is the champion the first person to come out? Let him show some sign of wear and tear. Let guys come out and be like actually hurt and show physical signs of pain and whatever was happening to them, they actually show it. They didn't do that here. This press conference is just going to expose a lot more stuff because fans aren't stupid. Fans are going to be like, yo, it's going to get worse. Watch this, bro. It's going to be like this. Damn, Seth Rollins just fell on his head 3 times. He just got 5 power drivers by so-and-so. He got 5 Cesaro swings. He got slammed on it. He got thrown off the cage like Mick Foley. Why in the hell is he the first one at the press conference? It's going to get like that, bro. It's going to get like that.
And the thing is, I know a lot of people will be like, well, how come the UFC fighters, they do the press conferences? Okay, well, the UFC is not doing these crazy fucking stunts, okay? These are crazy fucking stunts these people are doing, and they are supposed to sell this shit, but they act fine, like we said with Daniel Bryan.
Please. But guess what? There's wear and tear on their bodies. There's wear and tear. Their faces are messed up. They're beat down. Their demeanor is very calm. They're not extremely elated. They're beaten down, bro. They seem like wounded warriors, bro. So it's believable. They sit down and they're wounded.
I don't know how many times I've watched the UFC press conference with George St. Pierre, and then he had like a little ice bag on his face, and his face is all fucked up. So I don't know how many times. Yeah, no, exactly. These press conferences are stupid. Sometimes, like with wrestling, they do dumb things that does not, like a lot of people that say, oh, it adds realism to the event. Well, sometimes with wrestling, realism not always good. I used to be one of those fans that used to be like, oh yeah, you have to keep it kind of realistic, but at the same time, I like it that it's fictional sometimes, and that it's more fiction-based, and these guys are fictional characters than real-life characters sometimes, and that's a topic me and you can talk about in the near future. Any final thoughts about WWE Extreme Rules? What's going on for to WWE? Are you excited for the month heading up to Payback of what they're going to do with the Payback build?
You know, man, I just want to let you guys know a couple before I answer that question or before we wrap this up.
Mm,
I will be at Battleground in Tampa, Florida, July 27th. I will be at Battleground. I will be there with my homeboy Brandon and hopefully a couple of our other friends. But if not, it's gonna be us two. And I do my best to get an opportunity to meet Roman out there. I've already tried to link some things up to try to meet him. If not, oh well. But I will be at Battleground, and I've already hit up my homie here, Chase, and we are trying. I'm going to WrestleMania 31. I am out there. I am out
yes.
there. We are. I am going. It's guaranteed. Just hopefully, I'm trying to set up to where we can all sit together and enjoy this together. This is a one. excuse me. This is a lifetime achievement. So
Yeah.
I want to enjoy it with my friends, and I'm going to WrestleMania 31. And I'm glad that you were down, man, and we'll link up and get
Oh,
out there, man, and make it happen.
yeah, no, I'm always that because I want to go to WrestleMania. You know, I missed out on WrestleMania 21. Here's a funny story about WrestleMania 21. I was supposed to go with my family, but my dad only got one ticket for himself. So my dad went to go enjoy WrestleMania 21. I never got to enjoy WrestleMania. I said 31, I'm going, and pretty much went in San Jose, California, which is located at. They're going to say San Francisco, but it's technically San Jose, you idiots. San Jose, California. All there is to do is there is drink wine, so we're going to get fucked up for WrestleMania 31 for sure. And the Hall of Fame, which might be headlined by The Rock, so I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm down to go. I just got to save up the money, which I'm doing right now for the WrestleMania 31s.
Amen, bro. Amen, bro. I'm there, man, and can't wait to see you, bro, and have a great time, bro. We're gonna rock the house, man, and make this happen, bro. We're gonna be live on YouTube together
Yeah,
on some of these channels, man. We're gonna make this happen, bro. One thing I will say, man, about Payback, I'm not excited about the pay-per-view after WrestleMania. I think this is a very bad look. I think some of it was overbooked. I think some of it wasn't very carefully thought out. I hope Payback is better. I pray Payback is better.
agreed. Agreed, man.
They have to. You don't want to go into the second biggest pay per view of the year, which is SummerSlam. Some people say Royal Rumble. Second or third biggest pay per view of the year with no momentum. SummerSlam sometimes has saved SummerSlam the past couple years has saved the WWE looking forward into WrestleMania because it ends
Yes,
up being the best pay per view prior to the Royal Rumble that sets the table for WrestleMania and gets you excited. You
exactly.
don't
I
want to
mean,
have these pay per views like Extreme Rules, Payback, Battleground, and have these things lead into August, September time, get you ready for SummerSlam, and all 3, 4 pay per views was garbage. You don't want that.
hmm No, exactly. Because when you look at SummerSlam, when it look at it as a whole, look at like 2002 WrestleMania 18. Okay, mediocre WrestleMania, but a really great SummerSlam out of SummerSlam 2002. You can even argue with WrestleMania 20. SummerSlam 2004 was a pretty solid pay-per-view. SummerSlam 2006 you could argue was better if than WrestleMania 22. You can look at SummerSlam 2011, miles better than fucking WrestleMania 27, and you can look at
Amen.
last year's SummerSlam, miles better than WrestleMania 29. So yeah, you can totally argue that SummerSlam is one of those shows that produce a good show, and not only that, we still have to wait for that one big summer angle. Recently in the WWE's history, they've always had that big summer angle, the Straight Edge Society, CM Punk coming out, the Nexus, Triple H and Brock Lesnar, the Summer of Punk, all those big angles coming out there. So I'm really interested to see what's the big angle they're going to bring us this summer, because that's what the WWE always succeeds in is WrestleMania time, and during the summertime is when those guys get hot. It's during the fall time is when they just get crappy.
I hear you, man, and I know we're doing our final thoughts before we close this off, and I thank you once again for
Oh,
bringing me on here, man, and
you're going to be on here
showing
a
me what
lot. You're going to be on here a
and
lot.
amen, man. This is the beginning of a beautiful, beautiful brotherhood, my brother, and
Exactly.
man, I thank you guys. I want to thank one thing I personally want to do, man, is not only thank you, but thank everybody who supports us. Us wrestling fans got to stick together, man. I
Yes.
know we bicker, we argue, we debate, but listen, guys, we're a unique bond of people because we're in a very, very distinct club of people where we're all predicting and we all have thoughts about people that we believe in, and these are other human beings we're believing in. So be proud of being a wrestling fan. Stay proud. Represent your people. He's a Randy Orton guy. I'm I'm a Roman Reigns guy and a Bray Wyatt guy, kind of mixed in between. I love both of those guys. I hate to be wishy washy, but I can't pick between the two. So, you know, man, stay with your guys. If you love Daniel Bryan, you love John Cena, even though I'll probably mute you. If you love, I'm sorry, I'm playing, guys. I'm playing, guys. Nothing against John Cena. If you love whoever you love, man, you know, stay positive, stay with wrestling, man, and make Vince McMahon give you what you want because Vince McMahon has given y'all what he wanted for years. So always know that.
Exactly, man. And we're going to wrap this up. Thank you, Anton, for joining me. He's going to be on for a lot more editions when I do the Google Plus Hangouts. He's one of my favorite people to talk to. More to Life Radio. Everything about Anton in the description box down below. And also tomorrow, I have to do a little tribute to Antone and pretty much suck Roman Reigns' big old cock because I lost the bet tonight. So expect 2 videos from me tomorrow. Roman Reigns appreciation video. And then not only that, my Raw review. So expect those 2 videos tomorrow. Tuesday, I'm doing an NBA round 2 predictions. Round 1 was fucking crazy, and I'm going to be predicting round 2 with Timran, and then also the Q&As that you guys love so much. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's up in the air. Finals week for me, so I got to get excited for school, even though my classes are easy as fuck. Thank you, Anton, for joining me. I'll see you all next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this live in-depth Extreme Rules review. Anton will definitely be on, maybe for the payback one. Well, definitely for the payback one. We'll see you all next time. Peace.